Okay, so I hope this works. We kind of have the hiccups, but today is day 2. Actually, it's let's see, 4:10. So yeah, day 2. We're home, and we. Oh man, it was crazy getting home from the hospital. They had, why it snowed, and so it was very hard for them. I guess there's no scientific research that says that when there's a drop in barometric pressure, uh, that things happen. But so far now, uh, she's got the hiccups. So far, I went in with Annie and Scooter when there was a barometric pressure change, with when it's warm here in Utah and then it snows, and so excuse me. So I went in and got induced, but then to leave, they had a huge amount. They said they had 5 in delivery at the very moment, so it took them a while to get me out of the hospital. But we decided to induce because my body does what they said some women do, is they have very short, small contractions, and not enough to make you go to the hospital, not enough to give you warning. And so the doctor wanted me to be induced, because that means by the time I felt a contraction big enough to go to the hospital, we might not make it to the hospital in time. Case in point, got to the hospital and was at a 5 on Monday morning, on the 8th, April 8th. And so, and yeah, I was doing just fine, didn't really feel anything. I had felt, here and there, some contractions, but not anything major. So anyway, so they started the Pitocin. I got the epidural. Like I said, I have huge, big contractions. I'm okay with getting an epidural. It only worked on the left side for quite a bit, and then they ended up calling him in again to do it on the right side. But by the time the right side went numb, I had already had baby Gigi, Virginia. So we're wondering if we can get a refund on that second one. But anyways, yeah. So I was at a 6 at 11:50, and she was born at 12:54 p.m. on the 9th, 8th, on the 8th, that Monday. So yeah. So everything went quick. They said as soon as my body kicked in, they turned everything off, and I just continued with natural labor, actually. So an hour from the time that my body kicked in, that I started feeling contractions, to birth, was an hour. So they were right in getting me in and getting it done. We had Aunt Janelle stay with us that night in the hospital. She is a spit-up baby right now, to the point that she'll eat, then she'll spit up, and then be hungry again. So the nursery gave her some formula, so we had a little bit of a hard time with the digestive system with that stuff. We're working that out, but because she's such a spit-up baby, sending us home, they are worried that she is going to choke. So, Guy and Papa Guy, Cameron's dad, and Cameron are going to stay up and do shifts tonight to kind of keep an eye on her, which is really helpful to me. I am exhausted. I didn't get any nap today. And then yeah, so I was ready to be discharged. I was actually, 24 hours, and then you can go home, and so I was discharged at 1, and didn't actually leave the hospital till 5. on the today, the 10th, and so it was a very, very long, long wait. But like I said, they had tons of people come in. Only two, I think, two nurses there in the recovery hall, and one of them was amazing. The other one, I don't really. I guess I should say, two of them were probably amazing. I only got to know Laurie, and but yeah, even the girl next door, I guess she lost a lot of blood, and she fainted, and so they had everybody running and helping her out. So, not complaining. I didn't like waiting, but we are way better off than a lot of people. I'm feeling great. Working out, drinking Shakeology, so prepared me for this delivery, and I'm excited to see what this one holds. With Scooter, he was his birth, the extra hospital stays, the being diagnosed with a hole in his heart that then turned into just being pneumonia, but staying an extra 10 days in the hospital, trying to figure out how to take care of a newborn, first time mom, sleeping on a cot in the hospital, just a horrible, horrible start to a life. And so when we had Andy, we didn't have any good reference points. We were nervous. We were expecting the worst. We were prepared for the worst. I think that kind of made it hard to enjoy how good we did have it with her. I still, with Scooter, major postpartum depression. With Andy, postpartum blues. But now with Gigi, we see Scooter, we see Andy, and after all the different medical things that can happen, we know that it will be okay. And I hate when people say, "Oh, just enjoy them while they're young; they grow up quick," or "It'll be all right. It'll all it's just a moment, and everything will be okay, and it does get better." Someone who's in the moment, it's that doesn't really help. Especially if you don't have a reference point. With Scooter, we didn't have a baby before, so we're like, okay, it gets better, but when? With Andy, telling us it gets better, it took a year for it to get better, so that was, not as helpful. But with Gigi and looking back at Andy now and Scooter, we do know that things are gonna get better. We know we have some rough days, rough nights ahead of us, but we're so excited to have her. And she's so precious and so cute. And Scooter's in love. Annie's kind of indifferent. As long as baby Gigi doesn't take any of her stuff, she's good. But yeah, so that's kind of a log. I wanted to do, day one, but that was a very tiring day for everybody. So this is day 2, and April 10th, and we'll see how this whole thing goes. And it'll be exciting to watch her grow up and learn and grow. So I hope everybody is doing well for yourself, and maybe you can get some relief, some assurance that tough days and tough nights, but it will eventually work out and be okay.